All right. Glad you could make it.
Of course. Now, I should mention to you that when I asked what there was something that could be done about it, Mr. Purley said, well, we could cut out his tongue and cut off his fingers so that he can't speak nor write. Anyway, let's go.
I'd like to see them try. Oh, Pearly! Anybody home? Chenzo, Sonny, Cesare. Oh, Pearly. Anybody home? Mighty rude to be sitting around all quiet like. I would really rather not be surprised by anybody lurking around in here, so if you are present, why don't you say something, hmm? Ain't this unfortunate? So I'm gonna have to come back another time.
I guess so.
Pearly, Pearly, Pearly. Used to be such good friends.
Yeah. Well, you think they're doing business up by... Oh, hell. Has it been that long? Van Horn?
Possibly. It would make quite a stir for me to just waltz right into Van Horn right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, we can play it more cool. You could wait on the outside. I could go riding through.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's go to goddamn Van Horn.
All right, fuck it.
I am awfully curious who besides Wallaby and his ilk are up there these days.
Well, you know Wallaby, he sleep in late. He tend to be a night owl. So maybe he's risen now.
Yeah, his neck is healed. He's got a big old scar on his neck. Oops, it's gonna take me a while to get rid of. What am I doing? I don't need the map. I'm like... I'm so used to GTA where I don't know where the fuck anything is, so I have to map it.
You know, in a way, I wasn't expecting the first day back. You and I was going to be riding side by side again.
Fate has a funny way of bringing folk together.
Yeah. Yeah, that it do.
This way.
Well, tell me at least in between all this sneaking around in the shadows trying to right all the wrongs that have been done to you, you've been doing a little smooching this way or that way. Oh, thank you, sir.
No, I cannot say I have. In fact, it's been quite a long time alone up in the jungle in Guarma. It was invigorating.
Well, you asked me. That's most likely for the best. I reckon women. I ain't serving much more purpose than to distract men from what they should be doing. You know, working, getting things done. They come around, getting past every protection you put up for yourself, disarm you in such a way, and then stomp on you. Serpents. That's what I think women are. Serpents. All of them, Julius. Every single one.
Cannot say I've had such an experience, but then again, I suppose I ain't really been loved for.
Yeah, well. Part of me thinks that if I aim to even find a little romantic distraction, I ought to go back to men.
Really now, you think it's the gender that's the issue here?
Yes. Yes, I do. Men simple. You know, you
Are
out
they?
there riding with a man, he wants something, he just lets you know, and you say, well, that's what I want too. Hell, you could have a little discussion about it beforehand. Ain't all this courting on all this. And then when it's over and done with, oh, hell, I don't know, Julius. Forgive me.
No, nothing to apologize for. I just find your train of thought interesting, that's all.
No, I'm yammering on like a fool. I belong in Valentine.
Don't ever say that about yourself again, dear God. Yeah, this way.
You remember when we was fit to meet here and Van Horn and all them locals got all sideways on us? We had to slaughter them all.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. That was a good day.
Like a lifetime ago sometimes.
Man, it do. Who's this wackadoo?
Get a duck scrumps a meanie.
Howdy.
Howdy they.
How you doing, fellas?
Holy shit. That you, Hathaway?
Is that Julius?
It is indeed.
My God, I haven't seen you in a while.
I haven't been around in a while. Got myself locked up. Sure, you heard the
Oh, shit.
stories. Got myself out, and well, and now I'm back in the crossing.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, I hope Cisco wasn't too much of a bad time for you.
Oh, Siska is Siska. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I do.
Now, I don't intend on staying long, but have you folks seen the Chenzos by any chance? Perhaps, Pearly?
I have
Hurley's
not,
definitely been around.
not in a couple of days at least. Haven't seen him.
Around, okay. But he ain't here, though.
Definitely not here. I think I only saw Harry, Dakota, and Irene was just up at Telegrams. That's about it. Oh, Vern was here as well, right? I think that's all we've seen here since we got here.
Yeah, Vern went up to check his telegrams.
I appreciate it. I'll write him then. See when a good time for us to catch up is.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, it's good to see you back out, that's for sure.
Well, it's good to be out. Anyways, I won't keep you fine, folk. You all have a lovely day.
All right. I'll see you around, Julius. Enjoy the crossing. Enjoy your freedom.
Well, I plan on it.
You're good.
Afternoon, y'all.
Well, I reckon that did exactly what I thought it would. That fella in the beard. Like he was trying to figure out whether to draw or whether to scream for help.
You got him on the run, Julius.
I don't plan on spending much time here, but I want to make sure that folk know I'm out and about, as it were.
Yeah, let them know you ain't afraid.
I was looking for you,
Do pardon me.
Telegram. You want me to go up there and start
Okay,
ripping
then
telegrams
what I
out,
did not
dirty
send you.
bug?
Well, try writing Pearly, see if he's still around. Want to chat.
That
But,
suits me.
I suppose that's about all I got on the itinerary for right now.
That's fair. Was that Peaches back there?
I think so. I don't rightly know her very well, but kind of looked and sounded like her.
Hey, you go ahead and write your telegram. I'll be back there.
Sure, sounds good. Hey, yeah, Scrump. They may not be too keen on you running around me, just so you're aware. Make sure you're careful, okay?
All right, I won't mention it.
I just mean even now, me riding through town with you like that. As far as I'm aware, they are not looking for more blood after what they already done to me, but I don't mean they feel too kindly towards me, you know what I mean?
All right. Well, we'll see how it all goes.
Mm-hmm.
They want to bring that kind of chaos to me, well, they know what it can be met with.
All right. See you later.
All right, dude.
I need to pee again. I drank too much water because it's hot today. It's a good problem to have, but I need to go. I need to take a leak. We're gonna ride off the trail because there's probably gonna be somebody in Ansburg, and I don't want to run into anybody. I'm trying to take a leak. Power moves, guys. I had to ride through Van Horn like I did not give a fuck. Be right back. Got that up. Almost forgot. Julius peeps with the trousers on the floor to assert dominance. I'm so excited for this arc, guys. We're already seeing how different Julius is right now. Ooh, horses. Ooh, law horses. Wait, is this... No, my note's gotta be gone. Okay, yeah. It's like I had a note here ages ago. I was pretty sure it's already gone. Okay, what do we got?
All right, again, Julius.
Howdy. This telegram makes me anxious? Yeah. Yeah. I've heard a fascinating version of past events come from the Chinzo Manor and from you specifically. Love to hear exactly what I'm being accused of. I suggest we talk soon so we can clear the air civilly. I hate for things to escalate. For old time's sake, if nothing else.
See you soon,
Bradshaw.
Julius.
Hey, Hathaway. Where you going?
Yep.
Out of curiosity, what you heard about all these lovely stories that Wallaby and the Shinzo seem to be saying about me?
Now, to be honest with you, I think I only heard a very brief mention from DEG saying something about you talking with Law. That's all I recall.
Okay. Well, that is a relief. It seems that some people have very specific and very fantastical versions of what led to good old Wallaby putting a knife in my neck. I'm just looking to clear the air, I guess. So I'm glad at least it's hopefully not as much of a smear campaign as I was fearing.
I actually hadn't even heard that bit with the knife. I didn't know that happened.
You didn't even know that he dropped me off on a sheriff's office porch then either, I assume.
I did not know that, no.
What's your back with that man? He's rather prone to making up his own version of events and acting upon it.
You know how I work, Julius. I'm very careful with everyone. I actually just made the decision in my head a moment ago. It's like, I just saw Julius in town. The Dead End Gang aren't going to be too happy with me if I don't let them know about that. And then I reminded myself, I don't get involved in any of that shit. They need to know that, they can find it out on their own. I'm not going to be telling them. The same way I wouldn't be giving you information on someone else, you know? That's how I work. I stay neutral.
That's what I like about you and why I trust you. And don't worry, I rode through very blatantly for that purpose. They know perfectly well that I'm around and that I was, well, just so bold as to show my face in town like that. So I'm sure Wallaby himself will know sooner rather than later if he don't already got a telegram waiting in his post office box. Anyways, it was good seeing you.
Yeah, let me ask you this real quick though.
Sure.
I like to buy as much good faith as I can with people whenever I can.
Mm.
And I don't want to be accused of withholding from them. You have no issue with me mentioning that I saw you in the bar there?
No, please. Like I said, I went in there fully expecting word to come back to his ears, and if that makes you look good, then two birds, one stone, the way I see it.
Well, it's not about making me look good, you know. It's just something that I didn't want to make me look bad.
Sure. No, that is perfectly fine.
To be honest, the main thing I'd considered was if they did mention it to me and the fact that I knew you were there, I can feign ignorance, you know. I only had a passing comment about you possibly being around about 2 months back, so that's, you know, I can be like, oh yeah, I forgot all about that. But if you wouldn't mind me just mentioning it to them, at least I don't have to lie to their faces, you know.
Sure. No, please, by all means.
What? What is
Well, that's good to hear.
She knows that Hathaway's it, so she recognized him.
I have some
Shit.
debts to
recognize
be
me?
paid.
Frost.
Yeah.
Frost, okay, shit, sorry.
No, you're all right.
I forgot. I probably should have said
Yep.
that.
We gotta get out of town.
That's an important thing you left out.
Sorry, Julius.
No, it's all right. Good seeing you, Hathaway. You take care of
Good to
yourself.
see you. You too.
Everything okay out here?
Oh, yeah. No, it is. It's quite all right. I was more curious what, if anything, Hathaway has heard. Apparently not much, which is good, at least. Means that this, smear campaign may be more limited than I was fearing, but I suppose we'll see.
Yeah. Well, so what if it's just the Chinzos, you know? Sound like that syndicate thing's a whole bunch of bullshit anyway. I mean, I stopped by the gun store out there in Saint Denis, and I didn't see hide nor hair, Taipei, or what the fuck they called. But I haven't seen Mr. Wayne in quite some time, even before I left.
Yeah, I'm sure things changed while we were gone, and they were changing even while we were still here, so, we'll see. And yeah, no, like I said, I don't plan on endearing myself to the Chinses any bit. I just want to make sure people understand. I'm gonna keep my name out of the goddamn mouth, so there's gonna be consequences, that's all.
Right. Well, it seems strange to me that your name, above all, would get dragged through the mud. So, seeing as how you, to me at least, was one of the straightest shooters I know.
It makes sense. I made some poor calculations, poor decisions. Like I said, surely it ain't even the knife that I'm angry about. It's, well, the way people like to twist the story. And maybe dropping me off on the sheriff's office porch. That might have been a little too far, too, but,
Well, yes, I could understand some resentment to that, Julius.
yeah, truly I could overlook most of it if it weren't for the, persistent rumors. Anyway, look, let's, go somewhere. In the middle of town. I should tell you the whole damn story. Didn't rightly have time for you to, left. Alright, so. A little bit before you done left for Australia, I was out here in Ansburg, and these two deputies had themselves all disguised up like they was some podunk hillbillies, right? They cornered me and the gunsmith. They show their badges. They say, well, you come with us. Of course, I'll make a run for it. They chase me into the mountains. Want to run for a while, and they end up, well, besting me. Now, before they go arrest me, I tell them, I say, wait, hold on. Surely there's something that we can do to, not make us go away, but perhaps just delay the inevitable. After all, a bunch of my folk are leaving, and I would dearly like to say goodbye to them before they do so. And these two idiot deputies say, oh, you know what, yeah, sure, let's do this. And so they take me, this cabin in the middle of fucking nowhere, and they say, okay, well, we can't approve this on our own, so we're gonna bring a sheriff. And I'm sitting there thinking, God fucking damn it. Any sheriff worth of shit is gonna see right through this, see that I ain't planning on offering anything, I don't got anything to offer. They're gonna throw me in a damn cell. But we wait for a sheriff. Sheriff ain't coming. And Senior Deputy Cameron got a bit of a soft spot for me, I guess you could say, shows up. He says, you know, he's gonna act as a intermediary, see if we can broker something, and then talk to the sheriffs once they do show up. So I spin him some bullshit about how, look, if I get any information that could be so useful to you all, I'll pass it along, and so on and so forth, you know, kind of Van Horn and all that, and, you know, all the crock of shit. I didn't even have anything to tell if I wanted to. The fact that, ages ago, I struck a similar deal with a sheriff where I promised information that was never delivered. Gained me some, leniency, I guess. And he said, you know what, yeah, Julius, you've always been cordial and straight up with us often enough, sure. We'll delay it by 2 days, you get 2 days of freedom, and you turn yourself in at the end of that, or so help us, not only will we come out in force to catch you, we're gonna hit you with the entire fucking book, and you're gonna be in prison rotting away. Now, of course, I never had any fucking intent to follow through with any of this shit. Selfishly, I want to say my goodbyes. And these deputies were, well, silly enough to take the bait. And they even tell me, they said, look, Julius, we've been looking for a mole in Van Horn, right? Somebody we can turn to, you know, pass all this information. Of course, you still got to serve your time. Maybe when you get released, you know, we work something out, 'cause you're such a good guy, right? It is amazing how much I pulled the wool over their eyes, but nonetheless, we make our little deal, and they let me on my way. I made the error telling Wallaby about this conversation, with the intent of informing him that the law is actively looking for a mole, actively looking for somebody to turn, and once I'm behind bars, well, they're gonna keep on looking. It's gonna happen regardless, right? Wallaby, of course, took this to mean that I had already given them information, ratted on them, as if I knew anything worth a shit. So he said, you know what, Julius, I appreciate you telling me all this. Why don't we head back to Van Horn? The moment I turn my back, he grabs me, sticks a knife in my neck, and then drops me off on the porch of the sheriff's office to serve my time. The only thing I've ever been guilty of is outsmarting some dumbass deputies who thought they was getting themselves some big break. They weren't gonna get shit.
So in the end, what? I don't get it. What did you tell them, these deputies?
I didn't tell them anything. I left them with a promise that if I saw or heard anything that was worth their time, I would pass it along.
Oh, I see. So the deal you made was just to be, well, an informant when you had something worthy of informant?
Exactly.
For the 2 days of freedom?
2
that they
days
allotted
of
you?
freedom. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's supposed to be anyway. Kind of dumbass deal both ways, that is.
I wasn't even sure if I had much intent to turn myself in. I mean, shit. The first time I made such a deal, I had zero intent to turn myself in. But the day I was supposed to make it happen, a whole posse of law rode up on me, and I put my hands up and said, look, here I am. Arrest me. That's what was fucking happening anyways.
So Wallaby just a paranoid man then.
He's paranoid, but not undeservedly so. Like I said, I can see from an outside perspective why the whole thing looks rather strange, especially when you are the kind of man who is shooting at or getting shot down by the law day in, day out, right? That's the difference between us. I have created a persona. The law feel like I'm a reasonable man. I'm not a violent man. I ain't gonna hurt them. I'm just here to rob some banks and have some fun, and as such, they give me a much greater allowance than somebody like Wallaby. So I don't blame him for being paranoid, truly. There was absolutely nothing he'd done that earned me telling him that, and at the end of the day, he probably had his own suspicions anyways. If I'd been more on top of things, I wouldn't have said a goddamn word to him. No benefit in it, but I don't know. Guess, like we were saying, I was distracted, not thinking clearly.
What strikes me is if you had anything to hide, it would be the move. You know, to not say nothing. But it was because you were forthwith. To me, that's proof of honesty. But it's just me.
You would think so, but That's the thing with the kid, right? He already crafted his own narrative in his head. There was no way any deputies would have let me go if I didn't give him something worth a whole lot. Like I said, they ain't never gonna understand the way I operate. Or why I have such a rapport with law like I do. Sort of a, well, bridge we could not cross together.
Do you think, well, Julius, how badly do you want to hurt Wallaby? Because I reckon you can tie that man up, drag him all the way to Tumbleweed, and just get up laughing. What you want to do is, you ought to set your sights on someone else, someone that's close to him, someone that he loves. You know who I'm speaking of?
I can hazard a guess.
My point being, if you really want to be diabolical to the man, you hurt what has his heart.
I've thought about it. Certainly. You know that's the way Summers like to operate. Back in the day. We had a running list of all the deputies and all the folk they were sweet on and their family members and their friends. And those are who we went after. Not them. Ones they loved. What I found, personally, didn't scare them off. It lit a fire under their asses. The way I see it, Wallaby's gonna do what he's gonna do regardless, and I do not plan on even necessarily stopping him. I really want to, well, hurt him. I think damaging Van Horn and some little friendships he's been building would be more effective to that degree. But truly, just pay him back for the little gift he's paid me and let him be on his way.
Oh, you talking about a little counter espionage? Sowing a little seed of distrust?
Potentially. It's one of the ideas we floated. See how we can well, hurt the town.
Well, you ought to find out what kind of deal he's cooking up and see if there's some kind of way to disseminate some kind of thing, you know, that he was up to something. Get people who he thinks they can trust looking sideways at him.
Mm-hmm. There are many, many ways to skin a cat. And one day, I will have my moment with Wallaby where I can truly repay him on a very personal level. But I'm a very patient man. Hi, bees! Hello! Bless, I truly ain't looking to fight any sort of goddamn war on one front, never mind two. And I imagine this conversation with Pearlie, whenever it happens, is gonna be kicking a hornet's nest. So, you know, make sure I ain't biting off more than I can chew, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? One of the things I've been thinking about in all this time I've had to myself is that, back in the day, Kevin and I were born against each other. think anything he did back then was justified, least of all fucking trying to burn Isabella alive, but I understand much better now why he had such a problem with Summers. Sometimes I wonder what things might have looked like if I had chosen a different side back then.
Well, I must admit, as I said, I wrote to the man. You never know. Should I find some inroads there, maybe we could toss it up with them. See if enemy of our enemy's friend, friend of our enemy can be turned into however that thing goes.
Isabella made it clear that on no uncertain terms if I were to ride with Kettleman, it'd be the end of our friendship, but I should understand that sacrifices need to be made. I don't know, we'll see. Point being, I see a lot of Summers in Wallaby, but not his cleverness, not his influence, just his violence and paranoia. Has it been a couple of months? Yeah, it's been like 2 months, I think, since Club Royale and the goodbye. So you ain't seen the Pavi recently, have you?
Pavi, the indigenous folk?
No, the travelers at Rhodes. Irish.
Oh, right. No, I ain't seen them.
Alright, I'm gonna ride to Shay, see if he's around still.
All right.
Good to see Julius back around. Mackie! You say good. Is it good? Is it good, though? It's not actively a problem for Law, actually. At least not yet. But I don't know if good is the word I would use to describe this arc. It's gonna be great. Not good. It's gonna be a lot of fun, I'll put it that way. Probably bad for everyone involved. I hope you're doing well, though. Oh, I'm so excited to catch up with Cameron.
Well, I'll say. Never seen anything like that.
Okay. Excited for their next meet? Anyone else I want to write? Where did Scrump go? What? Does Bradshaw know in character about CD's death and execution? Yes. Yes. He
Mr. Toggins, is that you?
he
Yes, it
actually
is.
wrote to. Oh, that's what I have to write to.
Oh my goodness, you're a sight for sore eyes. Let me finish this telegram quickly.
That's all right.
I have to write to Jabaz.
I'm sorry. I'm so. Wait, Mr. Toggins.
What?
You look really good.
You think so?
Yes, well, I think Australia do you some favors, my friend. My goodness, look at you.
Well, maybe in the looks department, but I reckon everything else is all out of shape.
Oh dear. Wood, how was it?
Best left for some other time.
Oh, all right, sir.
And that
well-
other time, maybe never. I do want to warn you.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Rose,
What
you
does this
okay?
mean?
Some things just too sore to talk on.
Oh.
You being asked, these
Oh,
gentlemen
yes.
want to know if you's all right.
Oh yes, Mr. King. You remember Mr. Toggins?
Oh, fuck me sideways. The actor
Sure, if you buying
Scrump
drinks.
Toggins. The prodigal
How do you-
returns. How
Oh,
are
yes.
you?
Well, Rose is just admiring my fancy new duds. Yet again, I seem to maintain some eloquency with my dressing.
Some things
That's
never
not-
change, sir.
Not bad.
Mr. Toggins, forgive me, I've been rude. This is Miss Violet Bennett to your left, and here to my right is Mr. Bobby Bones.
I should make your acquaintance. Hello.
Likewise.
How'd you do?
Oh, just fine.
So,
So
You-
you running with toughs now? Look
There's
at
a-
all them rifles slung up their shoulder. Miss
Yeah.
Rose, I thought you was a theater woman.
well,
The theatre's become a rather dangerous business, Mr. Toggins, in your absence, as it happens. I don't know if you recall before you left on your Antipodean adventure.
You reckon that thing's escalated then?
well, Mr. Toggins.
Yes, maybe
In a
just
manner of
such.
speaking, yeah.
Maybe just
Yes,
as such, Mr. Toggins.
Mr. Toggins, there was an incident with an oil tanker. Someone drove it up to the theater and shot it, blew it up, and Mr. King was caught in the blast. And, he was in a coma for several days and is still, I think, recovering emotionally from the experience. He is very, very badly burned.
Good God.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that why his face is covered so?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay,
There's
I
no way
won't
you could have
remark
known.
on it then.
Yes, you couldn't have known, but this is the self-same Mr. King that you might recall, with the very, very excellent beard. I think part of the greatest pain is the loss of his majestic beard. In some ways,
You think it'll grow back?
I do not, sir.
Well, maybe
it's
they'll
never
make
coming
some
back.
kind of merkin for the face.
Yes, well, this is what I said, but he said that perhaps it wouldn't stick to the scars. In any case,
Christ.
yes, things have escalated in your absence, I'm afraid.
Is it still the same Kelly Jackson?
It was, and some group that he was riding with, and, well, things have been dealt with, you could say.
Oh. Well. You think you're gonna think me murderous, but I am a little crestfallen.
Oh, I imagine that you would be. However, it seems there's been a new nuisance in the theatre. Miss Bennett, are you quite
Indeed.
all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
The gang called the Rude Boys apparently came through, did some robbing, took some guns, threatened the inimitable Miss Violet Bennett here with a knife, as bullies are wont to do to young women.
Yes, I know the rude boys in some way. They are quite rude.
Yes,
Sure.
well named. Excuse me, let me go speak to Mr. King.
As you wish.
Yeah. Yeah, it's certainly escalated.
It sounds as if. So am I to understand that this Kelly Jackson's done and dusted?
He's not, unfortunately.
Well, let's go round him up and kill him.
Well, there has been a truce of sorts for now.
I can give you the details later, Mr. Toggins.
All right, then.
We haven't thought of that, though, have we? Rallying up and killing them. What a splendid idea. Thank God you're back, Scrump.
Yeah, well, if the Rudies are, if you think they're going to be a repeat customer to their mayhem, then we're going to have a chat with them. But I must advise you that they are a ruthless bunch.
Well, considering one of them left and tried to lie directly to my face about, well, that he was no part in it and it was his brother's schemes. And then he sent me a telegram soon after saying that I should go down to the west at night time by myself to have a conversation. Can you believe the like?
I think the motivation of many of these gangs of little boys is that the only way they can have a conversation with a lady is to hold a gun to their head.
You know what I suspect? All them years on God's green earth without ever having real relations with a woman do your head in.
Indeed.
It's always about the willies. I've always said this.
It is. It is.
Now, we were going to escort Miss Messenger to the theatre for
Nautilus,
various
Nautilus,
other
darling.
complicated... Nautilus, you...
Nautilus.
Sorry, my horse is a Frenchman. We were going to escort Miss Messenger to the theatre for her protection for other reasons, if you'd care to join us.
Yes, I will.
I know you must have missed the stage, Mr. Toggins. You've been away for it for so long, I imagine.
Yeah, in some way, although my mind hasn't been set on that. Anyway, where are my manners? This man standing up opposite y'all, that's Julius Bradshaw. He's a good friend of mine.
Oh, Mr. Bradshaw, yes. We met briefly once before at Emerald.
Yeah. Good to see you again.
Wonderful to see you again, sir.
Yeah, so I came to
pleasure to
Guam
meet you.
for your lovely festival, Mr. Bradshaw. It was a delightful weekend.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Hopefully we're going to be doing more events soon.
Shall we have a drink in the theatre, perhaps?
Yes, let's crush a cup, as the bard says.
Ah, you still have Mr. Toggins. Really good.
I can see why you're hiding.
Oh, hey, Rio. Hey, it's very rude of you.
You're notorious horseman, then.
But yes, Moots for a little bit of meta, because that's what that telegram that I just sent to Jabash was about. After CD, or when it became public knowledge that CD was going to be executed, Julius reached out to him and said, "Look, man, I feel like I still owe you one from when you guys broke me out. If you need anything, let me know." And CD said, "The only thing I want from you basically is to protect the West," implying like protect the West after I'm gone. So Julius, when he got out of prison, reached out to Jabas, basically saying, "Hey, CD asked me to help you guys." I think that's what I said. I think I actually don't remember how much detail I gave him, but I basically reached out to him saying, like, if you need something, maybe I can help. I don't think, with the way the arc's going, that we're actually going to ride with the bastards, because there's too much of Julius's own shit that he wants to do. And we'll see more later, but we're very heavily involved in Gorma stuff. So I don't think we're going to get very involved in the bastard story, but we did put it on the table initially. And if they do come back with something specific, maybe we will work with them, or otherwise, be in contact with them. Because Julius meant it when he said, he's like, the bastards did more for me than the DiCenzos ever did. And it's ironic because Julius was ready to ride on the fucking bastards with Benny and Cleo at one point. I don't remember if that was ever streamed or not, but we met with Benny and Cleo once after Benny and Julius met on a barge, and we were ready to go like full vigilante with them, because Julius is very loyal to people he's loyal to, and then not terribly loyal to the ones he's not, especially if he is like at a point where he needs something to do.
Oh, I understand. I shall ask for you. One moment.
Thank you very much.
Everything alright this morning?
You know
Yeah,
what?
I'm
Before
just
we
wondering
start
if
drinking,
you
I'm gonna take
could,
the goddamn leak.
got Russo to come get me, but
All right.
So yeah, I was actually really excited for the Julius Bastards team up, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, who knows? It's still a possibility, but it would basically be Julius would put all of his own shit to the side to ride with the Bastards, because he wouldn't even ask them to get involved in the shit that he's doing, and like his beef with Wallaby and that sort of thing. He wouldn't ask the Bastards to help him with that. So it would have to be one or the other. It would have to be like he's doing this or he's not doing this, you know? And because of the other roleplay stuff going on, I think we're leaning towards we do this and don't get involved with the Bastards. And I think the Bastards have plenty of people as well. I don't think like they're hurting for numbers. So, you know, I don't want to like join with the Bastards and then I'm on the sidelines all the time because they already have their 6, you know? So I don't, like I said, I don't see anything going further with that storyline right now, but who knows? Who fucking knows? Because we're kind of a free agent right now, right? We're not Club Royale. We might roll with Ali and Isabella a bit at some point, but I mean, Julius isn't answering their telegrams for a reason. He's kind of on his own little dark path right now. Anyways, I really do have to go to the bathroom, and then we're gonna join everybody for drinks, so be right back. Also, I'm still like on the fence how I feel about this bandana, but I wanted to do like a different version, but still the blue colors, because I wanted this outfit to look a bit different. It's still very reminiscent of old Julius, but it's a different look for sure. And here, I really like, I was doing the red shirt, but I was like, you know what? Red's just like not Julius's color. So now I've got the black and white version, which is pretty sick. But I'm really excited for when we have the dye system and I can really customize this whole look. So right now, like, this is a lot of colors, honestly. We've got the blue, the purple, the yellow on the brim. I think we can tighten it up a bit, but I haven't decided yet. I'm doing it off stream because I'm gonna be in the clothing room for 14 hours. Okay, be right back for real. See you guys in a second. It's gonna take me a little bit to get used to not doing GTA keybinds. I'm also gonna have to get used to walking and not. It's so normalized to just sprint around in GTA. Now I'm like, oh yeah, I don't want to do that. We're immersed again. Immersed. Immersion. Poor Scrump is gonna get in so much shit because of Julius's behavior right now, but I know Thomas is all here for it. We're gonna get in so much conflict. We're gonna be in conflict with a minimum of 2 to 3 groups. Minimum.
Between you and Burns. Tales of his violence. Well, my experience was when we conversed,
Bonnie, how are you?
all he requested was honesty. That's all his simple request was. When I
Where did
shot straight,
Where did
that was
Scrump
it.
go? He upstairs?
Simple, really.
Yes, dear.
They gotta be upstairs.
Over here. Pleasure, but I have
Yeah,
met him
here we go.
before.
What was your impression of him?
Howdy.
I think he prefers that
Did you
people
get a drink, Mr.
talk
Bradshaw?
to him first.
I'm alright, but I appreciate
He
it.
tends to appreciate
all.
when you come to him and be upfront.
Don't think we've had the pleasure. What's your name, sir?
Yeah,
Julius Bradshaw.
but he can be quite
Pleasure's all mine.
temperamental.
Name's Russo.
So,
Russo.
he didn't
Nice
hurt
to
me
meet
or
you.
anything. He was quite good.
Yeah, arrived at the crossing about a month ago, but
think
been
you
hanging
six
with the
people
theater
were
crew.
there, and
Ah, I
these
see, I
people
see.
there,
I ain't terribly familiar with them, but
might be,
they're quite good friends of my friend
willing
Scrump over there,
to
and
draw guns.
any folk that are good in Scrump's book are good in my book.
Oh, yeah, I see. He seems.
Yeah, you know, we've definitely been the center of a lot of
at the moment.
interesting
I've heard
people
from
lately
Gigi.
from the West.
I've heard.
Well,
I
alright.
have heard. Quite unfortunate, sounds like.
I just hope that helps. Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt.
No, thank you, Miss McCoy.
What kind of business you usually deal in? Since I haven't had the pleasure of seeing you around St. Denis.
Yeah. Well, once upon a
Have heard
time,
the
I
show
was
about
more the bank robbing dastardly
reason.
type. Recently found myself out of prison and
That makes sense.
gotta get myself situated. You know how it goes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a warning.
That I do.
Cousin. He does have quite a savage streak to him. This fella.
I see.
Mr. King. Mr. King, did they say how long they're going to be doing this little scouting thing?
They're going up to Van Horn to meet Kettleman, or to meet Wallaby. So it could be. Put it this way: it's better if it takes longer,
Yeah, okay.
because it means they're talking and not shooting. One would have to hope.
Though Jackie did say if he don't come back. So there's some risk involved.
Oh yes, no, it's absolutely the case. Kettleman's not a nice chap, by all accounts.
Okay, now.
It's amazing how much one theatre can attract so many absolute assholes, isn't it?
Yeah,
Extraordinary.
especially after doing really nothing but entertaining the folks of the crossing. You'd be surprised how triggering that is.
Mr. Bradshaw, we were robbed earlier by the Rude Boys. I don't know if you're familiar with them. And they did. They took to the stage and tried to force us into doing an improv scene with them. And frankly, the most
Jesus.
offensive thing about the whole experience was they were terrible at fucking improv. Really embarrassingly bad. Like no
Yeah.
yes and at all. All sorts of blocking. It was terrible.
Yeah, at one point he says, you know, are you insulting me in the middle of our improv routine? He goes, because I have a very fragile ego. And I knew right away that was him just speaking from the heart.
There's always truth in art, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah. But it was really the second act that got me when they said, "All right, now turn around, we're robbing you." Definitely one for the critics.
And they did a few sort of evil monologues too, which were dreadfully written. Really, just the most cliched tripe I've ever heard.
Very trite.
That does not surprise me in the least. Say, out of curiosity, they take anything of particular value, whether it's money or sentimental, otherwise.
Just, I think everyone's etched weapons and some money. Yeah.
Yeah, we got that. To be fair, they gave us a significant amount of it back, but they the most annoying thing or the most upsetting thing was that one of them took our friend Miss Bennett up here and thrust into her with a machete. You know, as these little boys often do.
And then because all they can do, as Mr. King was saying earlier, in order to talk to a woman, they have to, I guess, hold them up alone in a room with a gun to have that conversation. So I came up here as the villain I am to check on her, and then they decided to beat me unconscious. So yeah.
So no, nothing of major value other than our dignity.
Yeah, that's the big one right there.
Some things never change. You know, ages ago, they grabbed poor Miss Henrietta, beat the shit out of her,
I know Henrietta.
poured moonshine down her throat because they didn't like the lack of information they was getting about the high value trains.
Jesus Christ.
Here's the thing about that, right? I mean, not only is that not an effective way to get information, who the fuck's gonna drive the train if you're beating all the conductors at recognition, right?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
They do not seem like a smart bunch.
That's for sure.
Mildly.
Just getting real sick of folks thinking they can just walk into town, do whatever the fuck they want to us. People, totally innocent people, you know, take it from us, hurting us, stealing.
Blowing us up.
Yeah, blowing us up. Yeah, it's just crazy, and then really nothing gets done about it. Just wish, I guess, we weren't as much of a target.
Do you know who was responsible for the explosion?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Not rude boys, I take it?
No, they're a separate bunch of cunts.
Yeah.
It was a Northwest gang.
Northwest gang.
We know that's their name for sure now, do we?
Well, yes.
All right.
Oh, Tiki Rava.
Tiki, I don't think you meant to be behind the bar.
Oh.
Is the wolf man behind the bar?
Yeah, I may have to check and make sure he's not pissing.
Feel free to shoot him.
Do I want to know, Wolfman?
Oh, he's the first time I've met him, Mr. Bradshaw.
Yeah,
I
we
just
know
turned
as
up
much
here
as you
today and there
do,
was a
so-
wolf man.
Good
As Mr.
Lord.
Toggin so astutely pointed out, it feels like Valentine may have leaked into something again.
You know, it's kind of funny that we've been robbed in here today, and the worst thing that happened probably wasn't that.
What do you mean? Well, we've done a massive shit somewhere.
Well, yeah, if he pisses all over the place.
Oh, I see. Miss Bennett, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Have a nice chat with the wolf man.
Yes, honestly, yes.
Well, that rather took the wind from my sails.
He's quite sweet, actually.
For a wolf man or just generally?
Just in generally, it doesn't matter if he's a wolf man.
No. Fair.
Feel bad now.
Yeah,
You should feel bad.
I do.
Good.
This is me here. This is my feeling bad face. Can you see it? Oh, it's under my mask. Now, Mr. Bradshaw here is a very important man over in Guarma. If you had any questions about Guarma or think you're making a trip.
Maybe I will.
Yeah,
It's a delightful place.
I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
There's no fishing, unfortunately, and that's my single bit of feedback
There's
I have.
no
Otherwise,
fishing.
yes, I know.
What?
No.
There's good hunting, though. There's very good hunting.
Yeah, sadly, none of the fish come particularly close to shore, and there's often sharks circling about getting anything that gets too shallow. So, no fishing, but like I said, hunting's great. There's a mine, there's all sorts of fruit trees out there. There's plenty to do, just no fishing, sadly.
The scenery is amazing, I would say that. And they've
I
got lots
really
of
want to
little
go now.
huts. Now, the funny thing I haven't told you, Bones, I tell you this? When I went there, there's a hut up on the side of the cliffs, and in it, there's some erotic drawings, okay? And there's a
hello.
photograph of a lady who looks remarkably like your friend and mine, Miss Rose Bessenger,
What?
who claims never to have been to the island, and yet there's a boudoir, Bessenger's boudoir. Make of it what you will.
Hmm.
You know the place I'm referring to, Mr. Bradshaw?
Not well, but yes, I do know who you're talking about.
I think I went there with your friends Riley and I forget his name. Butch, was it?
Oh, yes, Riley and Butch. Oh, that's lovely.
And they took me there with Miss Vivian de Winter. Lovely old stroll up to the erotic boudoir.
Is it anything like that little tent that's up near Emerald? You know the one?
I know the one, but there's no photo of Miss Bessenger in that one, so it's of less interest to me.
Right, learning.
Well, I just mean due to...
No, I know exactly what you mean, and that's highly uncomfortable.
No, just because I know...
And
you know,
highly inappropriate.
You know, in the
I'll
sense
have
that
you
it's
know.
funny...
No, you
it's
can stop
funny that she
speaking
has
now. Just learn to stop.
There's no broken glasses downstairs. Everything's good. I just checked.
Jolly good. I'm sorry to steal Mr. Toggins from you, Mr. Bradshaw.
No apology needed. I know this place has been rather important to him for quite some time, so I'm glad he's in here talking to folk, socializing again. It's good to see.
Yes, he was away for rather a long time, wasn't he? Did you catch his performance in the proposal before he left?
Sadly, I did not. Bit of a problem. Ultimately, landed me in Siska rather wounded, so I did not make the play. But
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry to interject, but I must retire for the evening.
That's fine, mate.
All right, y'all. It's good to see you. Hey, keep me abreast of everything going on so I can lend a hand, with the theater and all that.
Well, we have several things going on, Mr. Toggins. We could certainly use your help.
All right.
Definitely have a chat.
Yeah.
Well, I tend to rise. Well, tomorrow's going to be a short one, but because I must depart the state for quite some time for the rest of the week. But let me see. If you's up and at 'em at 3 p.m. on the New York time, you should reach out to me. All right, you can catch me up.
That's exactly the time we normally form our little theatre group. So
Yeah, perfect.
All right, then. I'll see you then.
Yeah, nice meeting you, Mr. Toggins.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Safe travels,
See you
mate.
then. Bye-bye.
Take care, sir.
it's good meeting you all. You
And you
take
too.
care.
Take care.
You too, Mr. Bradshaw.
Good of him to.
Who the hell that?
Good question. Ain't sure.
I should just walk out at that moment. You reckon she was spying on me? On that conversation I was having with Rose? You reckon you can hear what's going up there on the first floor?
It's a possibility. And how loud you speaking and all that too.
Yeah, normal volume, It seems they all know each other, though.
It's possible.
Oh,
Certain
no.
buildings voices do tend to carry.
I'm hearing that you're bummed. What's going on? Well, I'm sorry, Bella. Can I help you?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you if that woman that came running out of the theater and started talking to y'all was I hate to be so blunt. Was she intent on eavesdropping what was going on up there?
No, she was talking to me.
All right, yeah. You're part of my suspicions. It was just that she walked out.
Why do you sound familiar?
I don't know. Do we know each other?
I don't know. Take your hat off.
All right.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm so bad with names. You had a real funny name. That was short for something that doesn't make sense. What was it? What was it?
It's Scrump. I'll help you out.
Scrump!
It's short for Scott.
Yeah, yes, that's what it was. Short for Scott. See, that doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah, you tell my daddy that one.
Well, where is he? I'll tell him.
Probably in hell.
Good.
Are you off, Russo?
Well, look, it seems as all y'all,
Oh no, I'm not moving.
we most likely on the same side of the page. I just wondered, you know, it just was a little suspicious, so I just reckon I confront y'all, ask you, see what happens.
Because she was crouching, she's fine.
No, it's, well, no,
What's
not
your
the
name?
coyote man. Yeah, well, yeah, sure.
Tio?
The both Tiki Rava?
Oh.
Oh, sure, yeah, we haven't been introduced. Yes, Tiki Ravi.
No, he wasn't.
Haven't you not, man?
Oh no, she wasn't listening in.
All right, well, pardon my suspicions.
It's fine.
Tiki Ravi no understand a lot of people words.
Yes, sir, I do understand a lot of people words.
No, he doesn't understand a lot of people words. You gotta
Oh.
use.
I see. Excuse me,
words.
sir. You hungry? You food? You needed food?
No. Tiki Ravi has a lot of num num.
Oh,
Num num
okay.
is food.
All right. Well, I have a big chunk of num num from a cougar. You like cougar meat? Cougar num num, cat num num.
Tiki Ravi has a cougar num num. Oh. Tiki Ravi good bow.
I think he's saying it ain't hungry.
What the fuck does that mean?
And he's good with a bow. He's presumably already hunted his own food. Look at that, I'm a goddamn werewolf translator. God damn it, Scrump.
When- Was this today?
That's a great line, you missed it. Your damn ears.
Sometimes they get so clogged with wax.
I was saying that that werewolf fella, I think he's saying that he's already got food because he's quite good with a bow. And then I said, look at me, I'm a goddamn werewolf translator.
Yeah, I reckon he eats plenty. All right, I'm gonna sit off down by the hotel, get myself some sleep there.
Yeah, okay. You write me if you need anything, alright?
Likewise. I'll be on tomorrow, but only a little bit.
Okay, I'll probably miss you then.
Okay. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Get these wheels in motion. Get you paid too.
Yeah, I already had a little.
Sure.
I had a little shot with Vern the
All right,
other day.
talk soon.
Okay, have a good one.
Bad, but didn't get shot.
We're gonna do one more check by the DiCenzo Manor, and then do I have a folder? Abundantly clear that either we no longer exist to each other, or plenty of ways to make things difficult for the DiCenzos, and I don't even got a rat on them for it.
Still concerning to hear Pearlie so vocal. I remember him being fairly conflict averse.
It is disappointing, to say the least. But that's the thing with the DiCenzos, I don't even think they view it as conflict. They view themselves as fairly untouchable. We'll see about that.
Any other news from the crossing? Anything we should know about?
Well, I know Jack and Wallaby are out of prison, out and about. I don't think either of them are particularly interested in what's going on over here. Not yet, at least. But,
When did Wallaby get out?
recently. Not sure exactly how recently.
All right.
As tempting as it is to ride in, guns blazing. Even the scales a bit. It'll be much more fruitful if make sure I make the right move at the right time. Send the right message.
Being patient always pays off.
That it does. It does.
Have you seen Morgan today?
Not yet. He was the one shooting down near the compound. I didn't see him. How are we doing as far as figuring out the new and improved systems, as it were, around here?
Pretty good as far as the counties, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Morgan and I still have to have a sit down one-on-one so I can show him how we were doing things. Anansi and I have a pretty good system. Obviously, I'm open to any suggestions or ways Morgan wants to run it. He wants to take over, and that's fine by me. That's something I've been doing for a very long time.
Well, I'm certainly more than happy to front some cash, or some jobs even, as it were.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. I have some as well. Get things started again.
Howdy, y'all.
Hi, Julius. Good to see you.
Good to see you. How y'all doing today?
just fine. How's things with you?
I'll get you something.
Good. Interesting, certainly.
No trouble.
But I can't complain, all things considered. Just got back from the cross and had some business to attend to.
Well, good. I'm glad to see it didn't keep you long this time.
Have you seen Morgan?
Yeah, that's
Not
Herbie.
so far today.
Not today, nope.
Alright. Bonnie either?
Nope. Charlie was around. That's Colin's sister.
What?
Cat. Yeah, she's been here before. She came here ages ago with some other lady. I met her.
Is she still here?
Yes. As far as I know.
If you see her, please let her know I would like to meet her.
I know. I'm trying.
Thank you.
While I'm thinking about it, we got any updates on the little tournament we want to host?
Potentially. Zip's mother might fight him for the gun.
Zip and his mother fighting each other. Oh. Oh, wait, okay.
She was supposed to head back to the crossing today, but I was hoping to catch her before she left. Do we know if she's gone already?
Billy's gone.
Oh. Do you have her telegram number?
Yes.
I might send one or both of you over to the crossing for some business. We can get her answer there. She doesn't really seem the type to leave without giving some sort of answer. Or perhaps she'll come back when she's thought it over. And where's Zip now?
Last that we know, I think, Sissika.
Yeah, they didn't tell us how long for, but I think there was quite a few of them in that group locked up.
Mm-hmm. I think they caught majority of the people that went after me. But for how long, who knows?
Alright, so we will need to know that. We'll need to collect that information. We can't host a tournament without him here.
Mm. Do you think we should make these invitations exclusive?
Absolutely. I thought it might be fun to make a riddle as an invitation. And perhaps dress you two up in a certain way, and then you deliver them by hand. We want it to be mysterious, a little bit playful. I like the idea of you two in masks. But I also don't want you to immediately get shot in the crossing. What do you think, Jules?
You know, I threw a little boat party a while back, celebrating early days when my crew was up and running. We was having ourselves some fun. And, well, we did handwritten, hand-delivered invitations. It was a lot of work, certainly. Logistics and all that, but I think the personal touch combined with this little mystery, some people will find quite enthralling.
Those are my thoughts as well. Herbie, what do you think?
But like dramatics, so throws the masks on.
We can also, I mean, maybe JJ can, have her hair. Maybe I can change the way I look a little bit more, so it's not so obvious.
I'd say too, if we know anybody has an opportunity to get even more notable gun, that'd be good.
Do a tournament before Zips, you mean?
But if it's a more notable gun, then no, I don't mean before it. I just mean do we need more reason for people to come? I don't know if anybody, what the interest level is for watching Zip beat up his mother.
We can ask with Harvey.
That's a good idea.
Maybe I'll send you two to speak to them.
Yeah, we could do that. They were having a bit of a party, I think, when we were in the crossing last.
Were they?
Yeah, I remember there was a bunch of people up there. There was like 2 or 3 wagons. We rode through roads.
Yes, I remember that. But last time we went, it wasn't too bad.
I have a contact in the crossing that I might send you to. He likes to play games, though. Keep that in mind.
Are we allowed to know who?
You will when you meet him, I suppose. I'd just like to give him the opportunity to make the choice. If he shows up, wonderful. If not, then he didn't want to play. And you two can go on without him. He holds some of my money sometimes. I want to make sure you two have everything you need. If there is a gun worth purchasing, you will need to see him. Do we know of any guns floating around right now by chance?
I'm sure there is.
There's a particular notable gun. Can also see about acquiring it.
Maybe we could catch one of those gun auctions. Maybe catch some people.
That is a great idea. Gun auction, the Pavi.
I was going to say the Pavi generally also have a stockpile, though I don't know how long anything that's actually worth something sticks in their inventory, but we'll always ask them, see what they got.
I'll think on the invitation. We have time since we don't know how long he's going to be in Sisika. If it's too long, I don't want to wait. We'll just get another gun and we'll do a tournament. That's not about him.
Do any of you know if Wallaby's out?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, well, Zip should be in Sisika for a while, I'm assuming.
Willie, I feel like that man is in and out of Siska all the time. I mean, it all depends on how much trouble he got himself into this time, right? But I feel like compared to a lot of
They're always
folk,
getting themselves into trouble.
exactly, they get in trouble and then they get caught the next day because they are not terribly clever nor subtle.
All right. I feel like I would like to send you two over there sooner rather than later. I need a few days, I think. When's the earliest you two would be able to go over together?
I can go as soon as possible.
Yeah.
JJ.
I mean, I'm good for whenever. I have a little bit to sell
shit, I need
from mining
food.
today, so I can maybe get an outfit or two while I'm over, but
I can make sure you have what you need, JJ. If I send you early, you may be there for a while because it depends on when Zip is getting out of Sisika.
That's alright. Do you have a place in mind? Or will we just receive a telegram?
You'll receive a telegram with the place.
I think what's
I'll
bothering me
think of
about this
a-
outfit is the
a phrase
best
to include, so you'll know it's from me. How do we feel about a guest list? Do we know who we want to invite to a tournament like this? I imagine it's going to be tailored to what gun.
It would probably be ideally folk who are interested either in the gun or in the contestants themselves.
But hold on, let's get something straight. This is not a tournament, it's one fight.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not, you can't call it a tournament, it's just a fight.
Alright.
Because a tournament just implies there'll be multiple people fighting for it. Just to avoid the confusion.
Then we need to know who's fighting.
But yeah, that's what we're figuring out. Got to see if these guys want to fight for it. If he's a big chicken shit and doesn't want to come here, we'll figure something else out.
Let me think on it tonight. I'll let you two know tomorrow.
They both have shanks.
We need
That's
word
interesting.
from his mother on whether or not she's going to fight.
That's really interesting.
If she's already left the island, then I'll need to send you either way.
They have matching guns, I think. Oh, no,
But
not quite.
I think the best course of action would be to send you, get her answer,
Mishka.
and you look for another gun or two. and then we decide which one is first. Also, Herbie, it could be a tournament if it's more than one person fighting.
Yeah, if they have more than one.
So if a gun garners enough attention, I wish Morgan had not gotten rid of that sheriff's shotgun.
Yeah, that would have been a prize and a half.
I tried to buy it from him, but he needed the cash immediately.
Is it a current sheriff?
No. Sheriff
Oh.
Lewis.
I have a Lynchfield. That's from Sheriff Swan.
Wow, those both are pretty far back.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So
Does
if you
it
buy
have it as a
something-
decorated?
It has a note. It comes with a note.
I mean, part of the research for this is, right? You got to figure out who cares about these guns.
Yeah.
That's part of the work we got to do.
Let's go ahead and do that then. Don't worry about the invitations yet. JJ, Mishka, when you're ready, it can be tomorrow or tonight, whenever. I want you to go ahead and go over, scout around for guns. I'll make sure my contact knows that you're arriving. I'll reach out to you at some point. If you need money, you can ask him. I'll give you some to go with. But I want you to go ahead and ask around. Carefully, slowly, take your time. Find out this information for us. What guns are floating around? Who's interested in what? What is the most desirable gun? Who would be willing to fight for it? We need information now. Anything I'm forgetting, Herbie? Herbie? Is there anything I'm forgetting?
I don't think so. Sounds like this is the way to go.
Jules, any suggestions?
I think that all makes sense right now.
I would like to talk to Bonnie and Morgan. It's possible I'd like to send Bonnie with you, JJ.
Okay. I think that would be a good idea. He seems very knowledgeable about these guns.
He very much is. Mishka, I know you have a lot of contacts, but I want you to be very careful.
I know.
No need getting you snatched up.
I'll be careful.
All right.
I know where to go.
And I'll be there. She'll be
Yeah.
I know.
JJ will be there. We'll have fun, don't you worry.
Good, I hope so. Herbie,
Yes.
would you mind firing off a few rounds? I'll wait a few minutes. Maybe Morgan is around.
Actually, shit, you got anything to eat up here? I'm rather peckish.
I need to grab some gum.
Hopefully this tides you over.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Harry.
I might join in myself.
I'm gonna wait a few minutes to see if they show up.
Good seeing you, Herbie.
Yeah, good seeing you. Good seeing you. I'm sure we'll talk more tomorrow.
Good night, Herbie.
I won't be around till late tomorrow because it's an office day. Just so you all are aware, once we get our new bounty system up and running and all that, I may bring Scrump over. I think some work will be valuable for him.
All right. I still have a process, so I would like to sit and meet with him.
No, absolutely. No, he's got to do all the steps, do things the right way, but he would have me vouching for him.
Understood. Mishka and JJ, you have Jules' telegram number, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa?
I don't know about JJ.
I was going to say I got Mishka's. I don't think I got JJ's.
Mine is NN106.
NN106, alright.
No noodles, 106.
Nutty noodles.
Well, I'd say something else, but I'm gonna go with noodles. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah. What did Natalie say? She said, "C'est cela dit."
I don't remember, okay? I was too busy laughing at her, being all drunk. It was funny. It's tipsy my ass, okay? She was drunk. It was hilarious. They were dancing.
It was
and
great,
telling
yeah.
stories about pulling balls off. It was.
Oh, okay.
It was a whole thing.
Perhaps they're not around.
Maybe tomorrow then.
Let's aim for tomorrow. Rushing is never good. Jules, will you be around tomorrow?
Not until on the later side, maybe 10:30 Eastern, but
Alright.
I should be around then.
Alright. What about you two?
Well, sooner the better, right?
Just depends on when I can talk to Bonnie or Morgan. Preferably both.
I'll aim for around 9 or 10.
Tomorrow?
Maybe, yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
That works for me. How it usually works is when you get over to the crossing, one of you is going to leave a chalk drawing at a specific location that I give you. That will notify my contact that I am in the crossing. You're going to make an adjustment to this symbol so he knows it's not me. That's someone from me. And then I'll give you a passphrase. But again, I'm hesitating because he very much likes to play. So be careful.
Okay.
I'm honestly excited.
He can be very fun. But last time we met, he was upset that I had not come out to play with him for a while. And so he gave me a tour straight through Valentine to get my money in front of all the law, saw us go in together, and then shorted me $5 for fun. He likes to make statements without words.
Hmm.
I'm a little jealous y'all are getting to meet this person.
I'm excited.
In due time.
Curious about this game.
Or if it isn't, or if it is even a game.
If he threatens your life, don't hesitate. But make sure the threat's real before you strike.
I don't know, Mishka. I think everything's a game, just not all games are played the same way. Or you two have plenty of fun.
I'm inclined to agree.
It's gonna be fun, right?
I'm sure it will. It usually is.
Oh, I suppose they're not coming tonight. Tomorrow, then.
We leave tomorrow?
No, we'll meet tomorrow. I'll see if I can get a hold of Morgan. I'll give you more information tomorrow.
Sounds good. Is there anything else you need from us?
Not tonight, I don't think. Jules?
Nope. As Delilah and I were talking a little bit about earlier, I do have a matter I need to attend to in the crossing myself. I would absolutely love a little assistance on if y'all are so inclined, but ain't no rush on that. We can discuss that.
I don't mind if you two don't. But it is up to you.
I don't know who she's talking about, in or out of character, actually. So like Julius was like, I'm jealous. I want to know. Like, that was his... I'm going to respect that I don't know what's going on.
Right here.
But I want to know what's going on. Which is a move I love doing with Delilah, especially.
Will be my celebration for the day.
I'm going to retire for the evening then.
Okay.
I'll see the three of you tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.
We did it even with Scrump earlier, where we did like the, I want to know
Easy.
what happened,
We
but I'm
still
not
got
going to push
sticks
you.
to pick.
With her, we just do it a little creepier.
Yep.
Okay.
I still gotta. I'll make a
girls
couple
picking sticks.
torches and get rid of those so I can get a few outfits.
Well, I need to wear more color. I miss color. I think I've when you wear like solid black in a tropical environment.
No, yeah, you want to at least mix it up a bit.
You feel like you're a pot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just feels like you can boil at any moment when the temperature is too high. I mean, wearing like darker clothing is great for like colder climates, but I'm just, oh my god, there's sticks. You said sticks, there's sticks.
So, you guys are seeing now, yes, there's a lot going on Gorma. One of the big struggles for Julius was Gorma versus the Crossing. Right? During season 1, as we're saying. It was
Grab any more sticks?
There's quite a
Let's
few
see.
on the way down, so.
That's no longer a struggle. That's the beauty of not running a gang. And why Julius actively doesn't want to run Club Royale. Because he wants to do what he wants to do right now. Exactly, the Duke of Gorma, full time. We'll still be going to the Crossing a lot, but there's no longer going to be any obligation to Club Royale. I am glad, honestly, that he's reconnected with Scrump, even if they're both going to bring out the worst in each other right now.